That sounds like the Procter & Gamble Productions theme heard backwards. Well, hello, this is Erik Pridemore here. Well, we tell you about soap operas not on the air anymore. You know, in less than 5 months from now, one of your old soap operas will have marked 20 years since it went off the air. And, you know, it had one song. It's one theme song too many, but we'll give you a hint. Well, it's not one theme song to me, it's like a few themes. Well, here's a list of soap operas that are still on the air, but The Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, and The Young and Restless are still on the networks, but they're recorded in Hollywood studios. But here's a list of former programming. All My Children, Another Life, As the World Turns, and Bare Essence, Beverly Hills 90210, Bright Promise, The Brighter Day, Capital, Central Park West, The Colbys, The City, the original Dallas and the reboot, Dangerous Women, Dark Shadows, from both the 1966 and 1991 runs, The Doctors, the original Dynasty, and its reboot, Now and Empire, are still on. But Deception, The Edge of Night, Falcon Crest, Flamingo Road, From These Roots, Generations, Guiding Light, which had one theme song too many, you may have heard, Hyperion Bay, Knots Landing, Love is a Many Splendor Thing, Love of Life, Loving, Malibu Shores, Melrose Place, the original series and the revival, Models Inc., Never Too Young, number 96, One Life to Live, Pacific Palisades, Pasadena, Paper Dolls, Pasadena Passions, Peyton Place, Port Charles, Ryan's Hope, Santa Barbara. We all remember hearing that argument. Savannah, Search for Tomorrow, The Secret Storm, Sisters, Somerset, Sunset Beach, Malibu, Texas, Titans, Tribes, Where the Heart Is, What If, The Yellow Rose, and 2000 Malibu Road, and you all remember those. Well, one of our favorite soaps, you know, NBC's former daytime drama, Another World, was sadly going to a close. You know, the network made an announcement on April 12, 1999, that it was forced a cancellation. And on the network, its final episode aired on June 25th, 1999. Boy, it was sad. All of Indiana was sad to see it end. But all of Arizona and all of Florida was happy to see it end as well. The show has had like 4 or 5 theme songs. Donovan Messenger did the final one. So Charles Paul and Robert Israel scored productions. Jonathan L. Siegel. And you know, Robert Dion, John Shuck, and John Lepper did write and compose the theme song, and it was sung by Crystal Gayle and Gary Morris, which you'll hear in a minute. But here's an instrumental version which opened the theme song. And now here's the vocal theme. Well, folks, the show had a new logo and had to go with the title sequence, and their and the song being sung as you just heard. Well, 8,891 episodes in the 35-year run. Well, that was quite a show. And a lot of executive producers. And you know, Procter & Gamble Productions produces Another World. Well, it even had 2 spin-offs. Somerset in Texas, and of course, For Richer, For Poor, which was an indirect one. Well, folks, we're all very sorry this had to be. Folks, Texas is not far from us. It was also the first soap opera on NBC to expand from 30 minutes to 1 hour, then to 90 minutes, and then back to its 60 minutes, folks. Boy, it had a lot of subjects. We couldn't tell you what they were because of the show's 35-year run and a theme song. One too many, folks. And we all watched the show when it ended. It was the end of the show as you knew it. Well, we're going to hear their theme song, the song, in just a short time before we end this post. Well, 35 years, and you know, we all folks, the show was set in a small town, Bay City, Illinois. It was a duet. And it's one of those greatest hits you all heard. Runs almost 3 minutes and a half, folks. Being the plain brown wrapper of TV theme songs, we all enjoyed watching the show. The Another World theme song debuted in March 1987 when Crystal Gayle appeared for 1 week on Another World. But to coincide, I'm going to step aside while you hear the song. So, by Crystal Gayle and Gary Morris.
There's no such thing as a perfect writer. This is why I use Grammarly to check my work.
If I'm putting commas in the wrong...
Hold everything, we got to get this recued here. We're sorry for the interruption here.
I'm with you, you take me away to another world. You are my way. Another world. You are the one who makes me fly so high. You are the rain when my spirits run dry. You give my life. Oh, bless me. 'Cause when I'm with you, you take me away to another world. You are my way.
Hell yeah. Well, it's too bad the show's not on the air anymore. Well, 5 months from now, will mark 20 years since the show departed the NBC schedule and was replaced a couple weeks later by, you guessed it, Passions. Well, and that was Crystal Gayle and Gary Moore singing the show's title theme song. Too bad it's not on the air anymore, but it ended up on SubNet for some time, then it departed. Well, I'm going to be sad to tell you all, as we close, we'll hear the themes for Procter & Gamble Productions Incorporated, Best Run Video, and American Public Television's Jingle. Until, as we end this post, until I post again, so long for now. Stand by, folks.